How I became a photographer in less than a year. I started my photography business almost exactly 10 years ago now, and my photography story is an incredibly funny one and a very inspirational one, I'm told. So let me tell you how it all started for me, how I grew my business into what it is today, where I see the future in photography, and my plans for this YouTube channel. Now you might think I always loved photography and this was always my live stream or plan. But in reality, nothing could be further from the truth. I had absolutely no interest in photography until about 10 years ago, and it all started with my girlfriend at the time taking photographs of flowers and these beautiful scenic views in places where we'd go and visit. And then she started posting them on an app called Instagram. In all honesty, I thought it was a bit of fun, so I started to do the same thing. And one day, my life changed, as I came across a photograph that stopped me in my tracks. And I genuinely thought, wow, that's incredible. Now, it was a seascape photograph by an Australian photographer. I immediately followed him and started to check out who he was following, and then I just knew what I wanted to do. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I wanted to capture that emotion and that energy of the sea like these amazing photographers are doing. Like, how could I do it? I went looking for a camera online and I found one. And I met a guy in a petrol station car park and bought this second-hand, or actually third-hand, Nikon D90. I think it was for around €250 with a lens and everything attached in it. I'm actually keeping this for posterity's sake because this camera completely changed my life. I started taking photographs with it, and within the space of, I think, a couple of months, I had about 5,000 people started following me on Instagram. Now, the crazy thing with all that is, I wanted to take photographs. I didn't want to spend all day sitting down, replying back to comments and thanking people and whatnot. So what I did is I deleted that Instagram account and I started all over again. Finding my friends again on Instagram and following the people I found very inspirational for my photography. Anyway, getting back to my story. So Instagram, along with my trusty Nikon D90, ignited my passion for photography. And funnily enough, it also got me my very first real commercial fashion shoot for one of the largest fashion houses in Ireland at the time. And I was someone who had literally not picked up a camera 12 months previous to that. So how the hell did that happen? Well, funnily enough, I was sitting at home on a Saturday night and I was scrolling through my Facebook feed, kind of bored, didn't know what to do, when I saw a photograph from this large company. I thought to myself, hey, I could do that. Then I started looking at it again. I thought, actually, I could do that easily and maybe even better too as well. Now, I should say I was after having 2 glasses of red wine at this stage. So I might have been feeling just a small bit too confident. Then I popped over to their Instagram profile and checked out said company. And I decided to send them a direct message offering my services. So 2 weeks were after passing at a stage now, and I'd completely forgotten about that direct message when I got a reply. And they asked me to send through, or could I provide sample images of my previous work. So I sent through shots from my one and only model shoot I had literally just done weeks beforehand. Now, they liked the shots and they told me to come into their studio next week to try out for the job, as their in-house photographer was leaving the country in just a few weeks. So in other words, I was incredibly lucky to have sent a direct message when they were just about to go looking for a new photographer. Talk about luck. So the quick photoshoot trial arrived. I set everything up on scene. First time ever working with studio lights. I set it all up. I knew how they worked, but I'd never actually physically used them. I fired off the photographs really quickly. Apparently I did a really good job. They were very impressed with them. So they asked me to come back for a full day shoot the following week. All of a sudden the full day shoot arrived. And I arrived on scene at their studio and I was more than a bit nervous. Now, what didn't help is I walked in the door, and as soon as I walked in the door, I saw this absolutely stunning model sitting in front of me, getting her makeup done professionally. I looked over to see 2 company directors there, and then looked over beyond them and I saw somewhere between 40 and 50 products lining up on 2 rails, and I was thinking, what have I done? How am I going to do this? Then talking to the person running the shoot, they were telling me they wanted at least 5 photographs of each product. And these 5 photographs had to be perfect, highlighting the style, highlighting the facilities like zips, pockets, a bit of a flare in the dress, whatever else, that all needs to be shown off. So through stances or through hand position or something, just something to subtly highlight the features and benefits of that specific product. Now, as someone completely new to this, I was absolutely bucketing it here now at the moment. I was completely in over my head because after about 30 to 40 minutes, we'd only 1 product done. And I suddenly realised there was absolutely no physical way we're going to get 40 to 45 products done in the amount of time that's been allocated for it. So I decided to step up, and I thought, look, this is either full-blown commitment now or it's go home time. So I really stopped and I thought to myself, how can I streamline this as much as possible? By the time we hit the 2nd product and the 3rd product and the 4th product, it started getting faster. I started seeing things a bit sooner. We could just power through the products a lot quicker. By the time it was lunchtime, it was a completely fluid operation. And the model and myself were in sync. We knew exactly what we're doing, how to highlight the products, how to shoot it as best as possible. So this is now bringing us to about 2:30 in the day. And I said to the model, I said, right, we'll shoot the next one there. So, and she said, Kieran, that was the last one. And I thought to myself, what? Is that the last one? And I counted, we'd actually shot 45 products at this stage. There were no more products lining up on the rails. They were all done. So I called the person running the shoot and I said, can you come down from your office here? Just want to show you the stuff. So they came down. What was the problem? I explained we'd them all shot. And I think to say her mouth dropped open would be a minor understatement, and wanted to see the photograph straight away. I think in sheer panic that I was after making an absolute mess, because how could I have shot 45 products in that short a space of time? Went over, looked at all the photographs, told me, do not move, went away, got the company owner, brought him straight back down and said, this is what he's done now today with those products. And he said, that's great. When is he going to be finished? And she looked at the company owner and said, he has them all done. And he was in complete shock. I was doing somewhere between 20 and 30 photo shoots per year with just that one company, which led to more work, which led to more work, which led to more work. You need to give people something they can't get elsewhere, and you need to have drive, you need to have passion, and you need to have commitment. And it's as simple as that. If you can provide that, there is absolutely no doubt you will succeed in photography. And I think that is what made my business and what made me into a photographer. Now, am I saying I'm a brilliant photographer? By God, no. I don't like any of my own photographs. I genuinely don't. I can see the flaws in every single one of them. I genuinely can. But the point I'm trying to make here is, if I can do it, you can do it. But you need to work at it. This is not something that's just going to happen for you. You don't just go away and buy a professional camera and start working with all these companies. You need to earn the right to work for these companies. Once you start earning that right, it's up to you then to keep that right. And you keep that right by continuously honing your craft. If you don't, as I said before, there are thousands of people that are willing to take the job off you. So that was my photography story. And I know I've posted a video similar to this a long time ago, but it was a long time ago and I wasn't really committed to YouTube at that stage. I was only doing bits and pieces of it. So I thought, look, I'm going to share this. A lot more subscribers now, so hopefully it will inspire a couple of people going forward. Speaking of YouTube there now, I should also mention too as well that going forward, I'm going to have a slightly different formula in my YouTube channel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post informational content. I hope to be able to post photographs of me out and about taking photographs too as well every now and then, or maybe behind the scenes shots and things like that too as well. And I'm also going to be doing product reviews. And when I say product reviews, this is something that I really want to explain. Any of the products that I review here are not products I've been paid to review. So if you see a product review on this channel, I will give you my honest opinion on it, and I have not been paid to review this product. So it's as simple as that. I'm also sent products from other companies, and I'm asked on a near daily basis, would I review this product or that product or the other product? I'll look at it. I'll do my research on the product. And if I genuinely think that, let's say, A, it's good value for money, B, it works as described, and C, if it's something I buy myself, then yes, I will do a review on the product. Now, there is also a D. If I can give you added value or a discount on that product, which is one of the things I always push for. You'll notice a lot of the videos I do here, I have discount codes and whatnot. And the discount codes are there to help give back to people. So that's part of the reason for it. So I post a lot of videos from Format High Tech and Newer and whatnot because I genuinely believe in their products. Same as some of the Nikon reviews I do too as well. Nikon have never sent me anything as of yet. Now I'm hoping that's going to change one of these days, but I've bought all the products myself and I review them myself. I don't get anything for it because I genuinely love their products. So yeah, that's the product reviews. Enough about that already, Kieran. The educational content, I hope to be able to put up something maybe like this video going forward. How I did this, how I do that, how I shoot product photography, my thinking when I go taking landscape photographs, explaining ISO a bit better, all that sort of stuff, kind of background information on photography to help you and to help you progress as a photographer. Because the number one thing with photography is knowledge is power. If you don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it, you are wasting your time. You have to know exactly what you're doing and you have to be able to understand it. Thanks again for watching. Mind yourselves and see you out there, everyone.